ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिङ्गं निर्मलभाषितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मविदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ಕಲ್ಲನಾಗರ ಕಂಡರೆ ಹಾಲನುಯರೆ ಎಂಬರು ದಿತನಾಗರ ಕಂಡರೆ ಕೊಲ್ಲೆಂಬರಯ್ಯ. ಉಂಬ ಜಂಗಮ ಬಂದರೆ ನಡೆನಡೆ ಎಂಬರು, ಉಣ್ಣದ ಲಿಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬೋನವ ಹಿಡಿಯರೆಂಬರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮನ ಶರಣರ ಕಂಡು ಉದಾಸೀನ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಕಲ್ಲು ತಾಗಿದ ಮಿಟ್ಟೆಯಂತೆ. On the auspicious day of a Shravana Somavar, Athani Sri Murugarajendra Shiva Yogi, the divine spark, let us do a chintana about this matter. God men are God-realized souls, revealing in the raptures of infinite bliss and live an everlasting life of love, purity, universality and understanding. But their revealing is not abounded and unrestrained to be unresponsive to the sufferings of ignorant individual souls wallowing in the sensual rot of ever-binding stimuli, besetting them in the struggle towards their final freedom from the bondage of birth and death. With their compassion to concern themselves with the unsolved souls ever failing them, they vouchsafe a rebirth now and again for the liberation of mankind. They play the role of a devotee to light the way to divinity. They awaken the humanity to a realization of its spiritual nature and its ultimate oneness with the eternal truth. Sri Murugarajendra Shiva Yogi was such a God man, consciously becoming man for the spiritual unfoldment of the souls in bondage. Ingalagami sits beautifully on the bank of river Krishna. The vicinity of a Krishna was once the proud and pious privilege of inmates of the town. The vigor and vitality of her waters permitted their lives, and her sanity impregnated the locality within an atmosphere favoring the thriving of spiritual practices. Peace, plenty and prosperity reigned supreme in the town. In token of a triple wealth, in testimony of spiritual enlightenment illuminating the locality, the town abounds in Shivalayas and mats, majestic and superb in their construction and design. Here lived Sri Rachaya Swami with his co-sojourner Srimati Neelamma. They were an ideally happy couple, conscious by their happy alliance and mutual appreciation and understanding. Each completed the other and they were together a complete whole. Each was to the other and the supreme lover and matchless beloved. They lived an exemplary life, religion, both in form of content. They sat firm and upturned to be on the supreme heights of a daily surrender and sacrifice of a self to the highest self perceived in the universe of their contact. Not content with the ecstasy of their supreme eminence and the parents wish to be bear the world of humanity in bondage, a God man charged with the mission of liberating the individual souls held in chains, forget by the ceaselessness accumulation of samskaras, tagging themselves to the souls in the course of their progress. with a spirituality advanced souls intentionally intent on the serving the cause of humanity. To wish is to have, to aspire is to achieve. The Supreme Being holds himself in constant readiness to respond to the wishes of his devotees. The blessed parents had the experience of grace of Supreme Being in a dream, a not uncommon medium of divine contact reached to the aspiring souls. In due course of a time, a child of their cherishing was born to the happy parents. The birth of their devoutly wished for a child transported the parents into an accelerating thrill of a joy unusual and quite unlike those of a mortal parents who cherish children as personal joys and supports. Cherishing and nourishing a child to a career of a joy and service to others is not the way of attachment enmeshed in self-centeredness. It requires a free and fearless detachment to climb to the difficult mode that bears and brings up a child with an impersonal mind centered upon universal good. The parents, in the fullness of the bliss of consciousness of a freedom from a duality of a world, felt an impetus to help their child to a higher plane of spirituality, favoring the full frustration of a latent potentialities in the boy. They sought the sheltering holiness of the worshipful feet of Sri Marula Swamiji of the Gachin Mutt of Athani and made an offering of a boy at his holy feet. The Swamiji seemed awaiting the arrival of a boy Shivayogi. So, ready and unreserved was his acceptance of their offering. The boy's possession was divinity writing itself in his reactions to the environment, and the parents' unique detachment were recognized and hailed as contributing factors in the divine scheme of things.